And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bringing just another video. And this will be a very quick commentary, guys. I'm just bringing you today the official Call of Duty Infinite Warfare narrative panel from the San Diego Comic-Con 2016. This includes editors, writers, art directors, and several well-known actors that play parts of major roles in the game itself. So I hope you enjoy it. Please feel to subscribe, leave a like, or add to favourites if you did enjoy it, and any support will be appreciated. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. So cheers!
Know this and know us. We are your enemy. We are the Settlement Defense Front.
Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front.
Go weapons free. Let's get to the tower. Go, go, go! Hell! You said, Ethan? Good to go, sir. Got a shot. Box out.
What's up, San Diego Comic-Con? How are you today? Are you excited for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? How many of you have been to panels before? Big group of you right here just raised your hand. You're still raising your hand, which is interesting. You've been to bad panels, sir. I want everyone to be very clear. This is a video game, and it's a cool one, and this is going to be a fun panel. So let's get the folks who are working on this game out here, ladies and gentlemen. I want a round of applause for two guys from Infinity Ward. First off, you know him as the narrative director of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. He is Taylor Kurosaki. Next, keep your applause going. Maybe be a little louder for him. It's just your call. No big deal. I'm not trying to press you. Director of Photography, Jeff Negus. Look at how shy he is. Jeff is super shy. Jeff, why are you so shy? Sit down and tell him why you're so shy.
I'm shy, sorry.
And then, a man who doesn't work for Infinity Ward like these guys do, because they're like chained to desks all day doing something. I want to bring out Brian Bloom. Now, Brian Bloom, of course, come on up here, sir. Come on up here, young man. Brian Bloom, not only the co-writer of the campaign for Infinite Warfare, he is the star of it. Taylor, what I want to start with is, what the hell is going on? Because this isn't the normal-looking Call of Duty game.
Sure. Well, you know, everyone knows we took it to a new setting, which was really exciting for us. All the guys at the studio were super interested in taking Call of Duty to a place that had never been before, yet retaining what everyone loves about the game. And so for me, it was a dream come true. You know, so
Yeah.
We're really excited to show everything to the fans today and to keep showing them stuff, but have tons of surprises and fun up our sleeves for when it comes out.
So, for I guess Taylor and Jeff, how did we get to this point with Call of Duty, especially for this game? Like, you want to take it somewhere you've never been before. Where does that start as, you know, Infinity Ward?
As Infinity Ward?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Infinity Ward are the guys that, you know, have invented this franchise.
Yeah.
And so for us, it was a tremendous honor to kind of carry that legacy forward. And just take it into a completely, to new heights, right? Like, we really wanted to take it into this cool setting, which allowed for all this new kinds of gameplay that I think people are starting to see and are starting to get excited about. And it also was a thing of, let's take these memorable characters, this tradition of rich, memorable characters that everyone has grown accustomed to, and let's take it even further with a deeper, more immersive story. And I think that we've accomplished that.
So then, Brian, you're writing the campaign, co-writing the campaign, starring in it as well. Are you making the box art? Are you putting discs into it as well? Why space? I feel like that would complicate things so much.
Not at all. I mean, we spent a lot of time with our military advisors, and we study this closely. And, this is the natural progression. When you sit and talk to a real-life Top Gun pilot and you say, where's this going? What do you want? Because that's the most awesome job in the world. What's the next step for you? They say that next step is space. That's the new frontier. That's the next frontier. That's the next battleground.
So how do you guys go about militarizing space then, making it like a Call of Duty game?
Space has challenges. Space is a cold, dark, harsh, horrible place, whether you're fighting war or not. It's difficult to survive, and everybody knows this. So it's also a terribly treacherous, target-rich environment. You're not only fighting your opponent, you're fighting space, you're fighting a lack of an atmosphere. So this offered all kinds of new gameplay and all kinds of possibilities and all kinds of encounters, new ways to kill, new ways to fight, new ways to shoot, new ways to enter and leave, ships to attack. I mean, it's really, the differences are exciting. And again, it's a natural progression of where we are today. That is the future, I think.
Yeah. Our
Horrifying future.
Yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
to it,
But our jumping off point was we said, we kind of had this what if scenario that is based in a reality. It is true that we are running out of rare earth minerals, that we are running out of things like tin. They're saying that we're going to run out of that in our lifetime. And a lot of the guys that are involved in the X Prize, they've said the first trillionaire that we'll ever see is going to be the individual who can successfully mine an asteroid for its resources and bring it back to Earth. So that was a huge jumping off point for us where we said, well, like everything else, when you have a bunch of resources, it means you have a bunch of money. And where money goes, it's human nature that conflict goes.
Sure.
And we took that and we ran with it, and we have a world that you see in Infinite Warfare. It's a world full of hope, but it's also a world full of normal human conflict that we sort of see today. And again, I think it is going to ring true for all the fans.
One of the things we keep seeing on all the slides that are going by are these vehicles. And this is when you guys went down and showed me the game, something you hung your hat on, the fact that this is the first, Call of Duty where you're getting into vehicles and making a big deal about where you are. Like, talk to me a little bit about that, Taylor.
Well, yeah, sure. So Brian and I actually got to go on an aircraft carrier just outside San Diego, just actually off the coast of, actually I can't say where it was.
Oh, it's classified.
Yeah.
Tell me you have to kill me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
tell me.
We did a thing called an embark, an overnight embark, and we had an arrested landing, and we had a catapult launch back off of it, and we got to hang out with the crew of this aircraft carrier for full 24 hours. And we were absolutely blown away, not only by the sheer scope of this place, but the professionalism of the crew aboard, and it was really a huge inspiration for the art direction of the game. What we said was, let's go for this naval kind of industrial look that is all about durability, reusability, redundancy.
Gotcha.
And let's combine that with a sort of a NASA look. And so what you have is exposed wires and duct, and you have systems that have backups, and then the backup to the backup. What do they say? 2 is 1 and 1 is none.
Yeah.
That's the saying. So on this aircraft carrier that we were on, there would be a touch screen interface that would be a way to contact someone, and then next to that would be a phone with a coily cord on it, and then next to that would be a tube where you would just, if anyone can hear me, the other 2 things have broken. Please, you know what I mean? And so that was a big inspiration for this. And as you can see, like the crew members all wear these kind of rainbow-colored things that at first may look a little strange. They call them Skittles, but they are very, very important that you can know at a glance what someone's job is.
Sure.
And what they're supposed to do. And as you see here, these crew members will react to Captain Reyes, played by Brian, react to the player, acknowledge him, give him information, have exchanges with him. It's all kind of designed to sort of mimic how an XO would behave walking around the deck of his own aircraft carrier.
But this aircraft carrier is called the Retribution and flies through space.
Yeah, so it's a little different.
I mean, that's still really cool, correct? They like space. So we're up in this. I mean, what's happening? Why are we fighting, and why would we fight in space? I don't understand. We're all on the planet Earth. Brian, why would I go fight in space?
I think, Taylor touched on it. It's that, the future we'll be fighting over.
It's fine. Don't be afraid of it. Just do it right there, and then just talk into it like this.
Okay, thank you.
It's okay.
It's creepy.
Very hands-on.
Yes. Listen, that's where the future is a fight over resources and over. It's difficult enough to guard our borders and our land and our sea, right? Imagine what it would be like to deal with literally trillions of square miles.
Sure. I mean, I feel like we figured it out. Just build a wall around Earth. It's done. It's gonna work. Easy, done. Game's over. But what's the conflict? Like, who are we fighting?
Well, the conflict is over these resources.
Yeah.
Right. So the fiction goes something like this: we send people out into space, or they go out into space because Earth needs those minerals and those materials to sort of survive. And imagine the distance where you don't have a lot of oversight, you don't have a lot of regulations maybe, and in that distance from our humanity on Earth, a weird kind of a perverted vibe can grow, a doctrine, if you will. And that takes hold.
Yeah, we talk about it like a movement that has no connection to the place that we call home today. And in that vacuum of distance, a new culture arises, and it is dead set on separating itself from who we all are here. It's a brand new culture, a brand new movement, and one that is grown from a very kind of a martial law, a harsh environment, a place that's difficult, again, to survive in. And this breeds a whole new mindset, and that mindset wants to eradicate us from the solar system.
So who's leading the bad guys?
They've got a bunch of leaders, but in our story, the leader that we focus on the most is an admiral of their fleet. His name is Admiral Salen Koch. He commands the biggest, baddest, scariest, most heavily armed ship of their fleet, and he is out hunting for Reyes and his crew specifically.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And so he's been out there long enough that he's like lost faith in what we are and what Earth is?
Well, he's part of that whole movement, right? Like, I mean, everyone in the settlement defense front is lockstep along with this dogma, with this doctrine of this Earth is bad, and all of us, our friends, our family, our loved ones, are like the thing that's preventing them from just being the rulers of of everything that we know.
Interesting.
And so he's not going to stop until he gets what he wants, which is to finish off the last carrier, the last hope for our fleet, which is the Retribution, which is piloted by Captain Nick Reyes.
Gotcha. And who's piloting that? Well, who's playing the Admiral?
Admiral Salen Koch is played by someone you guys may know of. His name is Kit Harrington, and he's a bad dude. He's a bad, scary dude.
It's different for him.
It is.
Would you guys like to hear Kit through a video tell you about his character? Why don't we roll that video then?
For me personally, being part of Call of Duty and the biggest video game franchise ever, when the call came through to come and do this, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm personally a bit of a space freak. So for me, this game, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, being set in space is just a brilliant step for the game. What excited me about it was a villain. I don't get to play villains very often. I've never played a villain before. My take on Admiral Koch is that he has an element of the dictator about him. He's an invading commander. He's someone who wants to control a whole race of people and feels that he's entitled to do that. He's also not afraid of death. That makes him incredibly terrifying. This place isn't ours anymore. Kill them. Save the bullets. But I think what was great with Salem Koch is that he's a madman. So I think I found that very fun to play. Like all best villains, psychotic and unpredictable, and I really enjoyed playing psychotic and unpredictable. It was a really interesting challenge. This felt quite theatrical to me. It's something I would definitely do again. I found it freeing and it was a lot of fun.
Taylor,
Yes, Greg.
did you notice in that video at the end you were talking to him? You're like as close as you are to me.
I was talking to him, yes.
What's he smell like?
I can't say.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Kit's a bad guy. Would you like to meet the good guys?
Yeah, I would.
Terrible. I literally opened the panel saying you needed to be allowed. Why are you even here? Do you want to meet the good guys? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for your first good gal, Jamie Gray Hyder. Next up, Jeffrey Nordling. Jeffrey, come here. Now, Jeff, look at this blue ensemble he's wearing. Amazing. And finally, David Harewood. Now, I want to play this a bit like the dating game. I want to go right down the line. Everybody gives me a brief synopsis, so then I decide who I marry. Mr. Bloom.
Yes, sir.
Please get on that microphone. You don't
Yes,
want me to-
sir.
Thank you very much. Dial the intensity down.
captain.
Okay. Oh, you are the look at me. I'm the captain now. Tell me about Captain Reyes.
Captain Reyes is a warrior. He is incredibly loyal. He's incredibly dedicated. This is a skin you're going to want to jump in. This is a guy who believes wholeheartedly in his cause and is fighting literally to save the world. He is a special combat air and recon lieutenant who is, after his ship is attacked, he is made the captain of the Retribution, again, in the absence of anybody else of higher rank.
All right, Bachelor One, that's enough. Yeah. You can't monopolize the whole thing here, all right? Lean back, take a breath, calm down. Jamie, who do you play?
I play Lieutenant Salter in the game, and I am Captain Reyes' partner, and by proxy, all of your partners when you play. And so Lieutenant Salter and Lieutenant Reyes kind of came up in the ranks together. So they've always been equals, they've always been partners. And in the fiction of the game, when Lieutenant Reyes is then promoted to captain, it kind of changes their dynamic, because she's technically now his subordinate. And as the ball buster that she is, that's not really something that she's super comfortable with. So you kind of watch them struggle with that throughout the game.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's how you do it, see? Bloom, you just don't talk the whole time.
Beginning, middle,
Just a little
end,
bit. There you
like-
go.
You've never written a story before, clearly.
Clearly. Jeffrey, tell me about your character.
I play...
One person's a big Jeffrey fan, by the way. That woman.
Yeah. You came. I play Ethan. He is an artificial human.
Kind of looks like just a robot.
Well, you could call it that.
Oh, can? Okay, good.
That's kind of robotist, but...
Sensitive.
Yeah, assigned to Lieutenant Reyes to work with him at the beginning, and then there's some bumps along the road to getting accepted by certain people, and yeah.
And then, David, do you not like robots?
No.
Who do you play in this game?
I play a character called Sergeant Omar, who is an old-fashioned, good soldier. He is the kind of guy that you would want fighting on your team. He's the first into battle, the last out of the battle. He's incredibly loyal. Doesn't really, I mean, I know people talk about Call of Duty being played in space. Omar will fight anywhere. He will fight in the trenches. He will fight in the field. He will fight anywhere. He's a real good old-fashioned, bring it on soldier, and he's a lot of fun to play.
Hold on, everyone's having a private conversation up here. front of thousands of people.
I'm asking Jamie if she would pass me something from the snack bar.
You are not allowed to eat on this panel. What is the snack bar's relevance? I don't understand.
Tell them.
Brian, you want to talk about it? Or Jamie's going to talk about it? She's going to out herself?
You tell it.
I brought you something too, Jamie, if you need it. Just, I brought it for you because I know.
I like to eat. So during filming, we'd be in between scenes and everything, so I'd always be snacking. So on set, they built a little snack bar into the hub of the Retribution. So I would be doing my lines, and all this stuff, and I'd reach over and grab a piece of beef jerky or something, and they have left me with my snack bar here. And what's actually great is it's kind of a little thing in the game. They've actually put a snack bar in my jackal. In the game. So if you get a chance to go into my aircraft, there's a little snack bar in there.
Yeah, the animators and the art team saw that she was eating from the snack bar so often that they just put it into the game. So she's eating in the game.
So Taylor, tell me about then their experience. So many video games, right, are going to a VO booth, talking to a microphone, the game comes out in a year and a half.
Yeah.
But they were together acting it all out?
Yeah, I mean, we've been acting with this group and a larger group. This is just a small representation of the cast for over a year. What we do is more akin to working on a season of, a television show.
Sure.
Rather than on a video game. We don't do anything in a VO booth at all. We do everything on our stage with mocap suits on, with wireless microphones.
Balls. There's balls all over these people.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're moving. We have weapons. We've been trained by Navy SEALs. We had weapons training from Navy SEALs. And then they're on the set critiquing how we move all the time and saying, if you're not doing it right, they'll make you do it again. And I think it really gives us a really realistic portrayal of being, soldiers in the military.
Okay.
I mean, Jeff can speak to kind of how important it is to have everybody on stage together, acting and responding off of each other than they are in isolation, like as if you were making a Saturday morning cartoon.
Sure.
Yeah, and when we have everybody all together on the set, we are able to get audio from them. We're able to get facial data from them with those cameras you see on all of them, and we're also able to get their body. We get all those things all at the same time, so we feel like that gives them a more authentic performance, and they can play off of each other in a realistic way. When we get into the editing room and we decide which takes we're going to use, which pieces we're going to remove, and all those sorts of things, we're really not removing too much of the real, the life that's in the scene, the stuff that really makes it feel like you're actually there, and that coupled with visuals that really sell a realistic thing. We feel like that's really going to help you feel like you're actually there. And as part of the motion capture thing, we're able to get different angles with virtual camera and be able to see, like in the actual volume, in the actual set, be able to see the virtual set. So having all of them on the stage at the same time helps us set up angles, be able to see, where they are exactly in, touch points in the set, be able to see what we're looking at. It just helps us be able to try and make a movie out of these things whenever we can, because we want you guys to feel like you're playing a movie.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff is there. I don't know if you can see in some of that B-roll, but Jeff is there with a virtual camera, so he can see the virtual set as we're in this scene. Sure. And he's framing up shots. I mean, a ton of what we do, obviously, the vast majority of what we do is on-the-stick gameplay. I mean, that's, first and foremost, we are making an immersive experience where you are occupying the boots of Captain Reyes.
Sure.
But we also have to frame things up from a cinematic perspective. I mean, what we're trying to really do is we're really trying to entice the player to be the cinematographer of their own movie. We want them to feel like they're there on station with their squad mates, battling alongside them, but ultimately they are a partner with us in presenting this incredible spectacle.
Of course. So you know what it's going to look like. You literally are walking around the virtual camera. I mean, David, how long does it take not to feel like you're in a skin-tight suit walking around an empty room?
I have to say, it's a great experience. I mean, I've done a few video games, but obviously I've been acting for a long time. But the actual experience of working on a video game, it's a whole different type of acting experience, because there's no perspective, there's no camera, there's no close-up, there's no perspective of the camera. So you have to act almost 360. And not only that, but you're also interacting with each other. It's a completely different experience. You forget that you're not in front of a camera very, very quickly, and the whole experience becomes incredibly immersive.
Oh, wow.
Particularly if you, like me, are a gamer. I've been gaming for like 30 years. So you kind of know what you're almost envisaging what the whole thing's going to look like, what it's going to sound like. It is just a completely great way of working.
So then, Brian.
Yes, sir.
I swear to God, if you keep leaning away from that microphone.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You're just so used to acting in 360 with the microphone right in front of you. Anyways, you guys come in there and you're talking about acting off each other and going with the flow and figuring out how scenes work. Is that maddening for you from what you wrote? I mean, do you guys sit there and then start ad-libbing and change on the...
Nothing about that aspect of this experience was at all maddening. This is an incredible cast, and we had a chance over these 2.5 years to build chemistry. When people work on something, they talk about it becoming a family, and I hope these guys will attest. I think in many ways we did, and that's really what a military unit is. Those guys are a family. They have each other's backs. They have each other's lives in the balance, and we were sort of no exception in terms of supporting each other, and to watch these guys take what we did, to take our story, to take our dialogue to just higher ground, greater than the sum of its parts, was nothing maddening at all. It was a treat. It was really something. And I think this'll, the chemistry we're talking about here should translate into the game. The game is a digital experience, so these are the carbon-based life forms that go into that. And so we work hard hoping that translates and comes through, and you feel that. And this is your team. This is who you're saving the world with.
Yeah, and it was a really awesome experience to get to see all of these people with Taylor directing them and all of them kind of finding what the scene was, to be able to have it grow organically and come off the page and be something different than what it was on the page.
Yeah.
As they interpret it and act it out, and we shape it into something else, it becomes something totally different and something even better, and it was just a really cool experience to get to watch these guys do that.
Do you guys want to see what it became? We have a cutscene for you. That's all of their work becoming something bigger.
Should we set this up?
Sure. What's happening in this one?
Yeah, let's set this up a little bit. This is fairly early on in the events of Infinite Warfare. Earth has been savagely attacked by the Settlement Defense Front, led
Spoilers.
by Captain Koch, Admiral Koch. Excuse me, I just promoted him, and it's a pretty horrific scene. The fleet of Earth has all been gathered in Geneva, which is the headquarters of the UNSA. It's an organization not unlike the United Nations we know today. And the fleet is all gathered there as a celebration. It's like a Fleet Week celebration. And so what ends up happening, SetDef, they launch this attack, this surprise attack. They use some of our weaponry against us and against our fleet. And the end result of this initial battle is we are left with only 2 of our warships.
Okay. You guys ready? Damn it, it's Comic-Con. Are you ready? Let's roll this clip.
Make way for the captain. Where is he, boats?
Where's Captain Alder?
Right here, sir.
Gator, Captain's dead.
Went down with his ship.
XO?
No longer with us, ma'am.
All this happened in the crash?
Yes, sir.
So who has the con, Gator?
As the highest ranking officer on board, I believe you do, sir.
Destroyer Tigris is docking a shuttle to come aboard.
Roger that. You spinning radar?
Still turning, sir.
Get Raven transport set for evac. I want our casualties outbound right away. Drop officer, coordinate with engineer and get us mobile.
Roger. Engineer McCallum's on her way.
Staff Sergeant, can we count on your help?
You'll have what you need from me, Lieutenant.
Salt, you with me?
Always.
Gator, get the Admiral on the line.
Copy. Comms officer, Stratcom, Top Cat Sovereign.
Roger.
Tigris captain on deck.
Captain Farron. Lieutenant, who's in charge here?
Lieutenant Reyes, SCAR team leader.
Captain, your ship and crew?
Intact.
Sir, Admiral Rains is on the line.
Put him through.
Captain Farron, ladies, gentlemen, it's good to see you.
Sir.
Let me make our situation absolutely clear. We are now at war with the Settlement Defense Front. Due to Captain Alder's use of force, the enemy was driven into retreat. At this time, Tigris and Retribution are the only operable ships we have. Our course of action moving forward is to buy Earth time while we rebuild our fleet.
Understood, Admiral. Tigris is prepared for tasking.
Today's attack was not limited to Geneva. SetDef launched a concurrent strike on the Moon Gateway port, and those cargo terminals receive freight critical to rebuilding our fleet. So your mission is to retake that port. Lieutenant Reyes, I'm promoting you to the rank of commander. You are now the acting captain of Retribution.
Roger that, Admiral.
Keep the enemy away from home. Godspeed, captains. Top Cat out.
We've got no air wing.
We'll go without it. That's how we do things in the infantry, Lieutenant.
We'll insert the Marines from Retribution.
I'll provide overwatch from Tigris. Let's go to work, Captain Reyes. Stay sharp out there, all of you.
You too, Captain.
You got some shoes to fill now, Captain.
We've got limited boots and guns. Lieutenant Salter and I will deploy with you.
This is a ground assault. Captain's place is on the bridge.
Not this, Captain. Not today.
So that's 2 years of work for you guys as actors. What's it like to finally see it up there?
It's still so weird. It's just, you know, it's so crazy because, you know, we're working without any context. We've got Jeff there to show us, you know, he's holding up the little screen and going like this, and you're looking in real time and seeing the world of the game. Then that goes away, and you're left with this table, and you're trying to remember, okay, this keyboard was here, this screen was here, I'm exiting this way, going that way. So you're trying to keep it all in mind, and you're just doing one thing at a time. So when they put all of it together with the animation and everything else that they're doing, it's like, holy crap. And you're like, wow, what I did actually worked, too. Because you're kind of just running around in a room like this that's carpeted, just like, well, I hope this freaking works. Like, we'll see. But, you know, I think it was just, every time we get to see something new that we did, it's amazing. It's awesome that our work that we've done as an ensemble, like, I love these guys so much. They're my brothers, and I think that's coming across in the game, which is so exciting for all of us. And it just continues to get more and more exciting because now I have to actually get through the whole game without dying a million times in order to see everything that we've worked on for the last year. So it's a good motivator.
You talk, you know, Jamie mentions it's this like band of brothers, you're this family and everything else. What are the relationships with the players going to have as Reyes, right? Because it's a different look for Call of Duty. Usually you're not in command of everything.
In fact, the scene that you just saw kind of plays into that because that's a critical moment when we do something within the game, something within the franchise that you may not be used to, which is that you are the captain. You are not a noob. You are not green. You are not a grunt. From this point forward, you will call the shots. You will command this ship. You will make choices. You will be working side by side with these people, but you will be ordering them into battle. You will be shouldering the responsibility of leadership, and that has a lot to do with the story that we're telling. In many ways, that's what this is about, and shouldering the responsibility of leadership is heavy, and we've spoken to a lot of military command structure in real life about this. It's no joke. It's a big deal. All the entertainment, all the fun, all the excitement, spectacle, set pieces, and things are intact, but you are making those choices to engage, to deploy, and I think that's different for us, you know, to the benefit of the game.
Sure.
Yeah, it really came from a desire from a gameplay perspective. I mean, just please understand, I think people sometimes think, oh, it's a story game. It's no. This is a game. This is a gamer's game, right? We all, you know, come from a long career of working in design and things like that, and giving players agency. And so this is an expression. It's a narrative expression of the agency we want the player to feel. You know, it's one thing to say, hey, player, go here, do this, and it's a whole other thing to say, okay, player, what next? It's a seamless experience is one of the things that everyone back at Infinity Ward, all the guys at the studio that are, by the way, cranking their butts off right now to like land this thing and make it awesome, right?
Can we give them a round of applause, everybody?
Yeah, everyone in Infinity Ward is really, really kicking some ass. Yeah, it was, these are veterans of this franchise and of many other franchises. And what we wanted to do, what we set out to do from day one was to have an experience that propelled the player through, but of their own volition. And those are like two hard things to juggle, to balance. There are no loading screens. There are no, meanwhile over here. It all takes place during one tremendously difficult day in a soldier's life, and how he and his crew and his squad respond to this incredible amount of pressure that's been put on them. And by extension, it's going to be an incredible amount of sort of pressure that we're putting on the player.
Sure.
With real stakes, real choices and real consequences.
I mean, I just have to add that I have spent my money and bought every single Call of Duty game that has ever come out. And when I found out that I was actually going to be in it, it's probably one of the best moments of my acting career. I have loved every single day working on this gig. And not only that, but as a player, as a gamer, I was so excited. I cannot wait to play it.
You said it like 6 times just today. He's like, I can't wait to play this
I
game.
literally, I'm going to go out and I'll probably even buy this before you even give it to me. But it's one of those games, I literally cannot wait to play it, because there are certain levels that I've just literally never seen in a Call of Duty before. And certain things that we do in the game that I've never seen in any Call of Duty game before.
We're about to watch a demo. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. You're the big David.
No,
but
Jeff.
Oh, good, because I'm going to Jeffrey anyway. Jeffrey, that's your one fan again. But you weren't in the cutscene we just watched. You're this robot, Ethan.
Yes.
We don't know much about what's happening. He'll be in this demo we're about to see in a second. For Ethan, I understand the relationship of, Jamie and Reyes and all this stuff and how this all plays together. But for Ethan, what's happening right now for an AI bot?
Adjustment.
You have feelings.
Quickly adjusting and acting as programmed and learning as I'm existing. And Brian and I were chatting that, the robot that starts to become more human has been done. So where do you go from there?
Yeah.
So he's built on, what's the phrase? Built on the mortality complex? Yes. So he's one of a kind. He's not, you can't duplicate him. And his curiosity about humans, about things like that are, and the thing that drew me in most, and Brian just wrote an amazing character that was just a joy to jump into, is that he gave him this wry sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think Ethan has got the best sense of humor out of anybody in there, and he's constantly making these wry jokes and messing with their heads, going, sometimes we kind of snap and really? No, I'm just messing with you. So,
and what was great is that sometimes you ad-libbed it, and
yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Throw things in.
Yeah. It was really and it was different for me because I didn't have the face capture. So everything for me was, as an actor, everything plays in the eyes and with each other. But I was saying it's like going back to acting school where you're doing mask work, where you have a mask and it's covered and everything has to be done with the body. So that's kind of how I was approaching it, is that I can't communicate anything through facial expression. So everything has to be done completely with the entire body.
Yeah, and it was always interesting to get back footage from Jeff playing Ethan, because it was so undeniably Jeff playing Ethan. Like he had this whole method for the way that his stature was and how he would move, and it was super distinctive in the way that it was performed. So without having the face, he had to be able to emote without it.
Yeah, for us, we didn't want to just create. Everyone has seen the AI buddy in film and television, and so for us, we didn't want to do that unless it made sense to Call of Duty specifically. That was our big challenge. Was like, how is it original, and how does he feel like a soldier?
Yeah.
Right? And so the sense of humor that Jeff talks about, it's for a reason, it's for a purpose.
Right. It's been programmed in.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah, we did that, and Jeff took it to even in higher ground. But we were looking, this guy needs to fit in. He is trained
to be one of us. But in order to be trained to be one of us, you almost have to be something more than one of us. When you are deploying with Ethan and you're flanked by these guys, you have somebody who understands what you need as a captain, what you need as a unit, and he uses his personality as a weapon as well.
Nice.
The Marines are, boots, bombs, and bullets. To them, they don't want this technology in the field. They can handle it. So there's tension between these guys, and the way their relationship
Well, not me. The
evolves-
tension's all him. I have no tension.
Ethan's really sweet.
Do you guys want to see them in action in a very extended, awesome demo no one's ever seen before for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? Well, then why don't we watch that? Do you need to set this up, Taylor?
Sure. This predates the scene we just saw. So this is the attack.
Oh, okay.
On Geneva by the Settlement Defense Front.
All right, let's see it.
We are getting breaking news out of Switzerland.
Geneva has suffered a massive attack.
Unknown. Unidentified dominant ships. You are moving into restricted.
Keep moving to the tower.
Ethan! Take point. Lead us out.
Aye, sir. Civilians up ahead.
Hold your fire.
You okay, sir? Get yourself to safety. Get off the street. Head indoors. Left, up the stairs.
You hearing that?
Something's incoming.
Get out of here!
Get closer.
Heads up!
Comms are still down, sir.
Ada's tower's dead ahead.
We're getting close.
C6ers dropping in.
Tango to the bound. Get guns on us. Spots. Behind those crates. 1 o'clock.
Pick up the pace.
Push through!
Lead on fire. Cover me.
Spots. 11 o'clock.
Shock out.
Lieutenant Salter, take us out.
Raj, this way.
Threats dead ahead. Why are they attacking us, sir?
Seth's been trying to take control for years, Ethan.
They knew our whole fleet was here.
There's movement inside.
Reyes, pie that door. I'll clear in behind you.
Kim first.
out there.
All stations, Marines are pinned down. Gold teams cannot advance. We need immediate suppression. Eclipse, this is Top Cat. How copy? Fives, Admiral. Send traffic. I need your airship drawing fire at the tower for ground force cover. Clear, sir. Inbound hot.
Let's cut through here. Zeta forces, blue!
Friendly! Hold your fire!
Lieutenant Reyes, get your jackals in the air for fire support.
Roger that, sir.
Stop! Medic!
Retribution, this is 1-1.
Go for it, 1-1.
Gator, I need Scar 3 airborne for interdiction. Call for fire to follow.
Copy, Lieutenant. Time to target, 1 mic.
Top Cat to go. Air is inbound for suppression. Once they engage, we're taking this hill.
Roger, Top Cat. Goals are in place.
Eclipse, go weapons free.
Let's get to the tower! Go, go, go! Hill! Move it! Yeah!
Move up!
Up the hill! Go! No! Stop! Keep moving! Hold the line! Push through! Keep moving! Get the cover! Watch it! Watch it!
I need you on the left flank, 2-6. Take the right.
Transport in the AO!
Beating us down!
Can't advance!
Reyes, we gotta take it out!
Sir, the airship's got bots. Try the hacking module.
Check! Hacking! He's down!
Good kill, sir! Target destroyed!
Solid hack, Reyes!
Force up! Tower's at the top of the hill!
Getting close. Stay focused.
3-1, in position for gun run. Scar 1, there's too much activity. Need you to mark the target for me.
Request for fire. Target is marked.
Roger. Target acquired. Inbound hot. Shots out. Shots out. Be shaking bandits. Bugging out.
Let's go!
Raider to main. Lieutenant Salter and I need birds.
Aye, sir. 3-2 will escort to your position.
Lay down fire. Changing mag.
On station, available for tasking.
3-1, target marked.
Roger, inbound for gun run. Guns, guns, guns!
1 o'clock!
Copy, disengaging.
Lieutenants, I'm ordering all available airships into low orbit. Get yourself winged up for low.
Mount up.
Look what they did to us, Reyes.
Let's go get him, Salt.
To all available craft, the retribution is in pursuit, but we are losing ground. We need to leave atmosphere now.
1-2, copy. Let's go get him.
Retribution, this is the Eclipse. Trailing your starboard.
Scars, fold in. We're going upstairs.
Pitching 90 for horizontal thrust. All ahead full.
Go flight. 1-1, good throttle.
1-2, good throttle.
Salvo game. Going for 21,000. Atmospheric tracking full. Stand by for redirect.
You got eyes on this, Reyes?
Affirmative. Let's get in there.
Target's at 11 o'clock. On me!
All Scars, engage the next destroyer.
Incoming missile. Flares! Flares!
Incoming missile.
They're launching skelters! Hang up, 7, hold stick! Let's accelerate. Second one. Kaboom!
Enemy ship down.
Good thunder, sir.
Yeah, my date, unload. Don't go away! Missiles in the air, missiles in the air! Country, check right, country, check right!
Good effect on target.
Right! Going 6-3,
Warning. Physical damage.
all six, check with 1, Dagger, kill! Straight 2. All six, RSC, splash trap, 1934. Last one, Raider!
Sir, one set def ship in the AO, still active.
All set up, direct fire on that enemy destroyer. Raider, we'll target the bridge. You keep those turrets occupied. Use your cannons, Reyes.
Incoming missile.
Air defenses are offline.
Incoming missile.
She's gonna blow!
So again, to be clear, there was no load there, and you're in control of the plane the whole time.
Yeah, it's a persistent vehicle. It's not a one-off. It's not on rails. This is Reyes and Salter are SCARs, which stand for Space Combat Air and Recon. Brian's wearing the hat right now.
Model the hat for us, Brian.
And
lose the shirt.
He's just proud of it.
Use the shirt to
Yes. And so they are what we have described loosely as a combination of Navy SEAL meets Top Gun pilot.
Sure.
So they are commandos who are also pilots of these jackals, which are these. They can fly in atmosphere and in space, and it's a persistent, fully controllable vehicle that the player can return to time and time again. It's got very deep controls. It's also very intuitive. It's really based on traditional FPS controls. So crouch is going down and jump is going up and things like that. You have you can ADS, you can do all this kind of stuff, and we really think that people are going to have a ton of fun with this vehicle, and you can get into it and get out of it seamlessly throughout the game.
I keep getting the numbers flashed at me that we're almost out of time. So before that ends, you have announcements pertaining to Call of Duty, correct?
I do.
Would you like to make them now?
Sure.
Okay.
So one of the things we're telling you guys about today is if you pre-order, you're going to get, I don't know if anyone fans of Modern Warfare 2? People,
this guy up front is.
MW2, okay. Multiplayer map called Terminal in Modern Warfare 2. We're going to have our own version of Terminal in Infinite Warfare, and if you pre-order the game, you will get that on launch day.
Not too shabby.
Yeah.
This
Should
is
be-
it right
should be
here?
Cool.
This is, what,
So
this is
so
your terminal?
Terminal's an airport, and because we're Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, we have a moon port. In our game, the moon is our central hub for supplies going to and from Earth, from our solar system. And so this multiplayer map is our version of Terminal. And I think people that like the original are going to like this one very much.
Okay, okay. I do want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, of course, thank you for staying this entire panel. There are amazing posters for you on your way out. These lithographs, there they are. Very limited, very prestigious, all for you here. Taylor, big question before you go. When does Call of Duty Infinite Warfare come out?
November 4th, Greg.
Thank you, Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Please give
Thank
a
you
round of
very
applause
much.
to the people who make Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Look for it soon. Good day.
Pre-order and get the Terminal bonus map.